What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Shot of Sports podcast. Grab a drink, a snack. This is your weekly dose of sports, where we will break down and do a deep dive of the world of sports. Whether you're a casual fan or a diehard, we're here to bring you the latest, the best analysis, and the hottest takes. Go ahead and subscribe, share, even comment. We appreciate all the feedback. Hit the like button for us and tap the notification bell on the right so you can be notified whenever we drop, so you won't ever miss one. We do drop a lot of shorts too, so today we got on the cast, our usual, most likely for now, Nazir Spencer and Chris Bittner. How y'all doing?
Doing good, man. Chilling, living life.
Yeah, same here, pretty much.
How was your
It's
trip?
kind of cold. It was good. On Tuesday I wasn't able to be on. I had a job interview, so it's been a busy couple
Ooh,
weeks.
talk about it.
I think it went well. It was round 2 of interviews with a station in Lacrosse for TV potentially. So we'll see how that goes. See if I get it or not. Fingers crossed, obviously.
Not gonna lie, those second round of interviews are always the scariest ones because that's where you really got to show off. You know what I mean? Like you get past that first, basic training talk, and then you get to that second round, and you're like, they grill you a little bit, bro. I don't know. It's a little bit hard, but it is what it is.
Luckily, I never had to go through a second round of interviews.
Yeah, you will eventually.
Yeah, probably eventually. Yeah,
I had to go through like 3 of them. I had to get through 2 for the news station, 3 for the ESPN Milwaukee, and that's it. But it was
You're
crazy.
gonna be on ESPN Milwaukee soon.
Not like on it, but I work with them. You know what I mean?
behind the
Gotcha,
scenes and stuff.
gotcha.
That's why I be kind of late sometimes.
That's where we start because we're so young anyway. So, but
Yeah.
yeah, so we're gonna jump into our first topic, which is professional athletes getting arrested. So this is a big problem that we've been seeing over the past decade, I could say 2 decades really. It's been a big thing that's been coming down on all the sports. So as of July 14th, on Monday, the Browns running back Quinshawn Judkins had allegedly punched his girlfriend in the mouth with a closed fist, leaving her with a quote unquote visible bruising on her chin area. So also he punched her in the left arm and leg after she moved to the back seat of a rental car, according to a police report or arrest report detailing the disturbing July 7th event. So basically, what the Browns are doing, his team, Browns said they are aware and gathering more details while the NFL is aware of the matter, but would decline further comment. A league official told ESPN. His bond was set at $2,500, according to CBS Miami. And as of yesterday, July 16th, from the Cleveland.com, the Browns are in no rush to sign him to his rookie contract or get him to camp on time as they continue to gather information on the legal matter. That is Judkins, his mugshot, and that is him at rookie minicamp that happened about a month ago.
Man, listen,
Go
I
ahead.
I wanted to bring up this topic because it just doesn't make sense to me. Like I've been seeing it since I was younger, and it's mainly the NFL players. I will say, um, ever since I was younger, the first one I really saw was the Adrian Peterson incident, which he, would abuse his child or whatever, and it was just really bad. And he had a whole bunch of other stuff that was going on as well. And then you get to our generation, which is just like every year a new guy just decides to go off the rails. You got Judkins right here. Devin Bush, the same guy, he's on the Browns. Xavier Worthy, he was arrested on felony domestic violence charge, I believe, and then
Which was actually not him, not which were. I will say for Worthy's case, that's a little different because she claimed false.
it is different, but like you got to be
It's
mindful.
still in the
You know what I'm
media.
saying? Like
Yep.
as a rookie coming into the league, you got to be mindful of that stuff. You can't be having certain people around you.
Yep.
And
Still
then
came in the media. For sure.
Kadarius Toney, another Chief, former Giant, charged with
Kareem
assault.
Hunt.
Kareem Hunt, Deshaun Watson. You got Justin Tucker now.
Jordan Addison with speeding.
Yeah, Jordan Addison.
Henry Ruggs.
I was gonna say, how can we forget about Henry Ruggs? You got Nate Hobbs, I believe he had a DUI. Geno Smith had a DUI at one point. I forget another Cleveland Brown. I forget his name. Oh my God, he had He's a
Johnny
defensive.
Manziel, did he ever get anything?
No, well, maybe, but
Ray Rice.
there was a Brown rookie lineman. I forget his name, but he threatened his fiance with a gun.
Ray Rice was there.
Oh yeah, Ray Rice. Yeah, Lawrence Taylor he was charged with rape. So like,
Kyron Lacey from the LSU team, but he passed away from it. But he was still reckless driving.
bro. Yeah, my entire point of just bringing this whole topic up was just like
Eagles DN Jordan something. I think his name was.
why are we why you are your life is about to change, right? You're about to see a whole bunch of things that you've never seen before, whether that's money, new people, women, even, and you wasted on times that you get in trouble and DUIs. Like, why are you driving drunk? Why you have all this money? You can pay for a driver. You can have people come with you, pay them. It doesn't matter, bro. It's just certain things that just like some people just don't have common sense when it comes to this money and this new lifestyle stuff. Because and what is this thing about hitting women so much, bro? I don't understand that.
I don't understand. They make millions of dollars. They can just walk away. Like,
you can walk away and find another one. And I know that's
it
not
sucks,
it's
and
not
I know
great
it
to
hurts
say,
a lot. But
it's not great to say, but like it's true. Like you have all that money in the world. You're an athlete. You're at the top 1% of people when it comes to being physical. You're peak of your powers. You can get any other woman you want, and you decide to beat this woman because she I don't even know. I mean, maybe there's other underlying stuff that we don't know about. Maybe she was continuously hitting them. It doesn't matter. But it's just as an athlete, as a man, especially in the NFL, like where you don't make as much of basketball and baseball, like you have to take advantage of that. You have to perform at the highest level to make that biggest amount of money, and you throw it all away on some stupid decision. One decision that could change your entire life. Henry Ruggs was the best example ever. I mean, he's literally DUI, killed people while he was driving, and faces prison time and wants to come back to the NFL. I mean, it's just never gonna happen. But it's just like, dude, you messed up. You could have slowed down. You could have gone the other way. You could have had someone else drive. And I'm sure there's a bunch of scenarios in his head that he plays back every single day that he could have done differently, but now he can't. It's just it's just I don't understand it, bro. And I really want to get that message out there to like the younger athletes that may see this eventually, or if they're watching, it don't matter. Like, bro, take advantage of that and don't mess up. I know it's hard not to mess up, but it's one decision. The most successful people, they thrive at everything they do, and they need to bring Colin Kaepernick back. That's a different conversation. I don't know about that.
His was not like
his wasn't criminal.
domestic.
Yeah, he called the NFL a slave trade. I don't think the NFL appreciated that, and I don't think they're going to bring him back after being called that and trying to sue them for doing that. He did have a point at the time, and maybe he still does. I understand from the NFL's perspective that it ruins their brand if they bring him back. Any team signing him would be crucified and lose a lot of money probably just due to the fact that majority of the NFL fans do not agree with him and what he was doing. But I don't mind the kneeing to the national anthem. I don't think that's really the biggest deal. I think just the fact that he was suing, saying all this other stuff on the side about it being a slave trade and it's just Black people working for white men and all this other stuff. So I mean, I understand it from both sides, but NFL's never going to bring him back. As much as I would love to see that as just like a fun little memory, because he's clearly out of his prime, and obviously he's just trying to get back into the NFL just for a bag because he probably ran out of money. And so, I mean, you get paid $500K just to be on a practice squad. So I understand.
Go ahead, Chris.
Obviously, we can't speak from the athlete perspective because we've never been surrounded by the amount of wealth, fame, stardom that they all get the second they sign a professional contract, whether that be in the NBA, NFL, MLB, professional soccer, professional hockey, whatever league we're going through. Mm-hmm. Yeah, and even in college with NIL, and now I think in Wisconsin, high schoolers can even make money off their NIL as well.
So lucky.
Obviously, different conversation for a different day, but I think when they get to that level, I wonder if they have this like illusion of themselves in their head that they're invincible And because they're invincible, they feel that they can do things because they can pull I'm Justin Tucker, I can do whatever I want, or I'm Deshaun Watson, I'm an NFL star quarterback. I could pull whatever I want and be able to get away with it and not really face any real repercussions for it because I'll get the best legal teams. I'll be able to do whatever I want pretty much, and just kind of get away with it because you've seen that through the years.
Yeah, I mean, I just don't understand when people get. It's like almost you're given a blessing and you still fumble it. Like I don't see. I mean, obviously there's no excuses. There's no. Um, there should be no pity towards guys or people like this that do this. But what changed? Like y'all got y'all girlfriends, y'all were happy. This never happened before. It probably was leading up to it, but we don't know for sure. But from what we see, this hasn't happened before. So, and all of a sudden, you just go off the rails now. It's like y'all made it to the league. Why are you going off the rails?
I mean, another thing might be like CTE and concussions kind of causing people's brains to be wired a little differently than they were when they were younger. We've seen that with Antonio Brown, how he just became a generational crash out, especially after that Vontaze Burfict hit, and just how that really affected him in a negative way. And nowadays he's getting charged for different things. There was an accusation of attempted murder. I don't know a ton about it, so I'm not going to get into it, but he's had other issues as well. And there's other guys like Aaron Hernandez who have really suffered as a result of just repeated hits to the head.
Yeah, I just have no words because we say athletes deserve the benefit of the doubt, like all of humanity. We say they deserve, innocent until proven guilty, right?
Some of them do. I agree. It's just majority don't know.
Now it's like kind of like when it happens so much. Now you, as the public, look at it like, well, you might have been innocent, but from all the past times, from all the people in the past that have came up to it, it's like, well, you're guilty until proven innocent. And it sucks that it's like that because the way the justice system is, I mean, you're supposed to be proven and you're supposed to be innocent until proven guilty, but we all know that a lot of cases, go different ways and things like that. But I don't know. I just wish people could just act right. And that's what happens when you play a sport that uses your head a lot and CTE and all that. So
that's I mean, you don't really see it much in any other sport besides football. I mean, you see a little bit in baseball or basketball. You don't ever see it in baseball. I doubt you see it in hockey. I can only think of a few in basketball right now. And that's it's kind of different. Like Michael Porter Jr.'s brother being betting and stuff and getting kicked out the league and under federal investigation is Malik Beasley. That's like the only basketball is stupid when it comes to betting. I don't know why. But those guys just love to bet, and which makes no sense because they make like the second most or third most money when it comes to sports behind baseball and soccer. But it's a common thing, man. And a lot of people, I don't know what they get into. I don't know why they try to be sneaky about betting or DUIs and other stuff like that to get yourself arrested in federal trouble, especially. But I just need to get that off my chest because after seeing that, dude, it's just like another rookie that might lose his potential to play at a high level, regardless if he's on one of the worst teams. It doesn't matter. What's crazy is they bet under themselves, which is like the most unreal thing I've ever seen in my life. Why would you want to do that? It's just like it doesn't make any sense to me. But yeah, there's a lot of things to be changed when it comes to the behavior of this next generation, especially because I've never seen anything like this bad. At least maybe it was this bad back in the day when we were younger, but as of right now, pretty worse.
I think part of that is just because security and everything and the way that society is set up now, it's so much easier to catch criminals, and women feel more comfortable to be able to come out and talk about sexual abuse and stuff like that. And it's just the entire system is just completely different than it used to be. So this might be like a bigger issue now, but I feel like a lot of that stuff back in the day was swept under the rug, and it was just not nearly as much of a pressing issue as it is today.
Yep.
Yeah, it'll be definitely an interesting topic to look at for a while now. So
We don't have to come back to it. Jesus.
for sure, we'll be following this a lot, obviously, because he's one of the rookies that's supposed to be, a game changer. How about the Browns? They didn't get Chubb back because they thought Judkins was going to be that guy, and now it's like, wow,
We don't even know whether he's going to play or not.
Yeah, we don't even know if he's going to even be in the league anymore or not, because he could get arrested for real, like face some serious charges, like.
I mean, we saw this with another rookie this year too. Isaiah Bond from Texas was looking to be like one of the top wide receiver prospects, and I forget what it was that I don't even know if it ended up being true or not, but it was at least at minimum an accusation against him, and because of that, he went undrafted entirely, and he was looked at as one of the top wide receiver prospects in the entire pool this year.
Yeah, I mean, how about the Browns? They got rid of Nick Chubb, thinking that, this guy is going to be our running back for the future. We invested in him. We're good, and this comes. So now the Browns are in a terrible position. Sometimes you should sign your veterans, no matter how old they are. Sign the veteran, because you never know what can happen with the young guys. And now you get screwed over. Now he's in Texas. And you might end up having to face them in the playoffs if you do make the playoffs. That's
I cannot see the Browns making the playoffs.
Well, I'm just saying in general.
Not this year, at least.
Unless
Some path happens, or this year or next year, some path happens where they just find a diamond in the rough, like the Lions did that one year, where they just came out of nowhere and took off. So say they have something like that or something. Obviously, we know it may not happen because it's the AFC, AFC North, and it's like 3 other teams that's better than them. But
instant playoff team.
But all jokes aside, that they could end up facing a guy that they decided not to sign to go with the rookie, and he decides, I'm going to go to Texas. I'm going to stay in the AFC, and now you might have to end up facing him. And you don't have your running back that you wanted him for, didn't want him for. So that's all I see, and it sucks. But we'll jump into our next one, which is the MLB All-Star Game is complete. It was definitely it was not an offensive show to begin with. It did turn into that as we got later into the game, especially toward the end, the ninth inning, where Stephen Kwan had hit like a soft little ground ball, basically like a swinging bunt, and got on, and then Bobby Witt Jr. comes around and scores from third, and then it goes into a home run swing off for the first time ever in MLB history, because this was when the first time I think it ever happened, I believe. And so what happened was Kyle Schwarber had hit 3 straight homers to win the game, and then the youngest guy, was it Aranda?
Yeah.
Yeah, that sounds right.
Yeah, Aranda couldn't hit one. I mean, he was so close to tying it, but he got one short. But Brett Rooker was really the main threat for the AL. He got 2 of the homers. So, but yeah. So, what do y'all think about the, home run swing off? Should this happen, or should they? I love how they had the uniforms on there. How they didn't have the Nationally American League uniforms. So I liked how they had their own teams playing and own teams on their chests. How was that?
I usually love when players have that, because it just represents their team, and it's just I feel like it's more fun that way. Like you just
see
go out,
represent.
Yeah, you go out there, wear your own jersey or wear your own patch of the whatever organization you play for. And you play an all-star game. I don't know. I feel like it's always the fun time to do that, and they should go back to that in like pretty much every sport, in my opinion. I feel like that's the way to do it. NFL still does it with their helmets and stuff. So I think that part was great though.
I actually I was a big fan of the swing off idea, because at the end of the day, all-star games are supposed to be fun. They're supposed to be just an exhibition. They're not like a serious go 110%. type deal because you don't want to risk injury or anything like that. And I think the swing off was a perfect way to kind of encapsulate the fun element of the All-Star game. You obviously
Encapsulate.
have all the other activities like the home run derby the day before. The game goes into extras for the first time in a long time, and it's just a really good way to capitalize
I think it was the
on.
first time ever, I think.
Yeah, you said that in the intro, but it was a fun way to capitalize on it. And I think baseball has been making some good decisions in terms of marketing lately. They've been able to get some generational talents as well, but that's a different topic for a different day.
What's crazy about all of it is that I saw some comments and stuff. People saying they wanted to, oh, we want the game to mean something or something like that, or we want the game to stay. The game should be like whoever wins gets home field for the MLB All Star game. I mean, for the MLB World Series. Home
That's
field.
silly.
No.
No,
That's silly. That makes
the team
no
who
sense.
wins the most games and plays the best in the regular season should be the one that gets
Right.
it.
I'm like,
Why does the
no.
All-Star game have to come down to the final like few playoff rounds? That makes no sense to me. That doesn't make any sense. That's
90% of these players on the team possibly won't even be playing in the playoffs
exactly like that.
or the World Series.
Right.
So why what? I hate when people keep bringing that up. I mean, it's been brought up a lot by people on X, on Instagram comments, all of that stuff. Everybody talk about, oh, they need to bring back the whoever wins gets the home field for the World Series. Dude, do you realize that has nothing to do with the World Series?
I mean, the
That's
starting pitcher for the NL, Paul Skeens, he won't be going to the playoffs, much less the World Series. It's like, what does he care whether the NL gets home field advantage?
right.
Exactly.
Mackenzie Gore for the Nationals. They're out of the playoffs. I mean, they're not officially out, but they're not making the playoffs.
I
So what
mean,
are we
there's
talking
no
about?
reason for those guys to care about whether the game is in, say, New York for the Mets or whether it's in, I don't know, Detroit for the Tigers. Like, it just doesn't matter to those guys because they won't be in that spot.
No, I mean, it's like maybe it'll help Tarek Skubal, who started the game. Yeah, it'll help him. It's not going to help Paul Skeens. It's not going to help it's not going to help what's his name, Mackenzie Gore and James Wood. You know, it's not going to help Kyle Stowers for the Rockies. They're out of the season's over for them.
They couldn't
Like-
care less.
They probably are looking for vacation spots. after
Shane
that.
Smith for the White Sox.
They got their Cancun trip booked already for early October.
Those guys have nothing to do with the World Series. Like, and I hate when people keep bringing that up, but if anything, if they wanted to be competitive, be like the NBA, offer a cup and offer some prize money. People will play for that. But I just hate how people keep messing with the game of baseball. Like, just leave it the way it is. Obviously, the ABS system, I like that. It works. I like that. But when it comes down to changing for rules and, oh, we're going to do this for this outcome, like, bro, just leave the game alone. Like, the game of baseball has come and gone so far that it's not as good as it used to be back in the 2000s. Say what you
Can I
want,
also
steroid
just
era,
say
but game
that-
wasn't as competitive back then like it was back then.
Can I also just say that from a broadcast standpoint, and this doesn't only apply to the All-Star game, this applies to regular games too. The in-game interviews that they have with players where they're on the
Oh.
field, I'm not a fan. It's just it makes no sense. Like, why? They're not going to give you anything productive when they're talking out there because they got to focus on what's happening. It's like they're going to give you a half-assed response because they're trying to play the baseball game. They're not in the dugout, they're out in the field. It just, I don't know, it doesn't make any sense to me. And then also in the 8th inning, when Ken Rosenthal interviews Jacob Mizorowski after he pitches a scoreless inning, and his first question is about how did the other guys treat you in the dugout after you basically were told that you shouldn't be there. That's bad journalism, bad question. This might just be me being a salty Brewers fan who was mad that everyone got frustrated over it, but it was just, he got dragged on Twitter afterwards, and I just don't think it was right for him to ask a kid who's on the high of throwing a scoreless inning in his first ever All-Star game, and you ask him about how everyone else treated him It's like ask him about his journey. I don't know.
I'll ask you guys a good journalism question. What's your favorite moment from the All-Star game? Whether that's the Derby or just the actual All-Star game. What's your highlight that you guys wanted to kind of show, I guess, if you had to say?
I like the All-Star game. Obviously, I like the home run derby, but I'm not the, fazant. Crazy person to be like, oh my god, I need to see the All-Star game, home run derby. I need to see the home run derby. No, I'm not. I could deal without it, to be honest. I'd rather have like a skills challenge type thing, but that's just a story for another day. But yeah, I'm a big fan of the All-Star game and all in general. Maybe because I wasn't really like a home run hitter, but I like the All-Star game the most. The best thing I like about it is that they tried the ABS system in it, and it worked.
It
really worked.
It did work.
Next year, I think they're going to have the ABS system in the MLB.
I don't know. I feel like it's still a long way to go, bro. I'm not gonna lie, but I just don't. I know they tried it out, but one game doesn't matter. I feel like they got it.
Well, they tried it all in spring training.
But they've tried it in spring training and stuff, and lower leagues like single and double A. They've had it in.
AAA uses it.
So. I know AAA uses it for sure. Yeah, but will you think it'll translate better to the MLB? Like, will it be the same? You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's gonna be some like pushback a little bit, like when it first starts, because people are like, why you have umps and stuff. But look at how it does with when they check their hands every time they lead a mound. It was pushed back with that, and
that's true.
Now the pitchers don't care anymore. The pitcher time clock was pushed back with that. They didn't think it was gonna happen, and that works out too. But the ABS system is like a challenge system to where they so a pitcher throws a ball. And it so happens, like, say if it's inside the zone and the ump calls it a ball, he can challenge and tap his head or something, and then they'll go on a big jumbotron, and it'd be a quick, instant, like, review of the where the pitch was thrown. So you know how you could get? I'm not sure if you use the MLB app, but you could go in there and see where all the pitches are located, and that's basically what it is. It's just showing you where the pitches were and whether it was a ball or a strike or not. So the hitter can challenge if it was a ball. 9 times out of 10, he's not going to challenge if it's a strike. He's not going to challenge if it's a ball, but he can challenge if it was a strike. But the pitcher will definitely challenge if it's a close pitch on the corner and it was called a ball. He's going to try to challenge that and see if it was a strike so he can get the strikeout. And it happened with Terry Skubal. He struck out.
How do they use it in the AAA? Like, how do they do that? Like, they have an app too, or what?
They probably just have I'm not 100% sure, but I think the best way to do it would just be having like a replay center or something with like someone working like a jumbotron type thing, and it's like
they got someone in there working with that.
This is the biggest reason. I remember Sam talking about how he didn't want, or no, maybe he did want it. I don't remember. Someone said that they didn't want it because it would slow down the game. Yes, it does slow down the game. It slows it down.
Not really. It doesn't really slow it down though, because it comes within seconds.
It does, bro.
Yeah, it's not like
you got like 5 seconds to challenge it.
No, you got 5 seconds to challenge it, but then they take like fucking 5 minutes to look at it. You know what I mean? Like
not the challenge, not the ABS system. Now, when it comes down to like review a call, like if you save her out, that slows the game down for sure. But when it comes down to the ABS system, it comes within seconds. The minute they,
because the strike zone is like
all they do. The minute they tap their head, they turn around and look at the jumbotron, and it's already there. So,
I think. I know me and Sam were kind of in agreement on this on one of our first episodes we ever did, which was that there should be a limit on the amount of challenges that you can use so that it still includes a bit of the human element in there where not everything is going to be perfect and catchers are able to frame better and stuff like that, where it just kind of takes I think that's the right way to do it. You get 2. I said 6 was fair just because sometimes the umps do a bad job every once in a while, but throughout the game you just get a set number of challenges where you can challenge whether a call is a ball or a strike, and then it goes to that instant review and then you get your answer. I think that's the best way to do it.
If you get it right, you keep it. If you get it wrong, that's one challenge you're gone.
Because I think if you overuse it, it really will ruin the game, and pitchers will just be every time it's like slightly outside, they'll be challenging, and you got to be smart with it too. You can't use all your challenges in the first 2 innings.
9 times out of 10, a lot of pitchers will use the challenge system on strike three calls. If it's a ball, they hit the corner and it's strike three, they feel like they're going to challenge that. And it worked, man. It worked. It actually produced a couple of strikeouts for a pitcher. You know, it could definitely work for hitters as well when they look at when they're at the plate. Because I know I've seen it. You know, I've been messed up on calls a lot in my lifetime where it was definitely outside and I get called for it, or it's about to hit me in my ribs and it gets called. But I mean, it won't like responding to that question. Will it slow the? It should slow the game down, no, because it comes within seconds. I mean, you got like maybe 5 seconds to tap your head, and if they tap their head, all they do is turn around and look at the jumbotron, and it'll be up there already. So,
another real quick. I know this is kind of off topic, but this is back to this topic right here. It's a developing story about Rashee Rice.
Oh boy.
Dallas County judge just sentenced Chiefs wide receiver Rashee Rice to 5 years probation and 30 days of jail time that can be served during those 5 years, stemming for his role in a multi-car crash in Dallas during the 2024 offseason. Now, I think he should have been suspended last year, and now that he's sentenced to 5 years probation and pretty much guilty for it, I think he should be suspended for at least half the season. But he won't be because it's not weed. If it was weed, he'd be suspended for probably the majority of the season. But instead, since it's an incident where it involves harming someone else and not murdering them, you probably get 2-3 games off and of their choosing. So it's going to be really dumb because I feel like he should serve that, because if you're that stupid, you don't deserve to get back on the field for a while. But who am I, you know?
I mean, they call it the one of my favorite YouTubers from when I was younger calls it the wheel of discipline, where it's like you just spin the wheel of discipline to see how much games you're gonna get for a certain charge. And that's what it feels like sometimes, because like you said, guys get more for drug charges than actual abuse
Bro,
charges,
you
is
smoke
ridiculous.
some weed. I promise you smoke some weed in any sports, they will suspend you for half the season, because it's technically an enhancement thing that can make you better, or I don't know, feel better during a game. And they think that's a different advantage, which I think is really stupid, because I don't think weed enhances your ability to play the game, which is whatever. But yeah, if you beat on your wife, you get suspended 4 games probably max. I'm not even kidding.
You beat on your wife, you should be suspended half the season. Screw that, bro. You laying your hands on somebody
You
else.
should be
That's
suspended
assault.
for pretty much a whole season.
You should be
That's
suspended
assault
for half the season, and then if you make the playoffs, you're not allowed to play.
If for nothing else, then just for the sole purpose that it incentivizes players to not do it again, or not to do it in the first place. If you know that you're going to get a season-long suspension, you're going to think a bit more with your head, because you know that that's going to hang over you if it ends up happening.
The Kevin Porter Jr. case, hate to bring him up, KPJ, but his case, anyone who did that, like normal people, it's like 5 years in prison probably. But that's just me.
Yeah, I feel you. So, gonna jump into our last topic. Where this is a little different. We're gonna try to step into something miscellaneous, because we've had a lot of engagement on miscellaneous topics that aren't sports. So we're going to jump into, which is, I wanted to see what are the best places, since we're in traveling and vacation time, what are the best places to travel to during vacations? Or what are the best places to just go in general to see?
You want to know something? Look, I was young, so I don't know nothing about it right now. But if you've never been on a cruise to the Bahamas or Jamaica, no matter where, go on a cruise. Go to Florida, go to Disneyland, Disney World, Universal.
I have yet to been to Disney World, bro.
I've never been to Disney World, but I've been to Universal.
I was supposed to go my senior year of high school, and then COVID happened. So
I've still never been to New York. So that's something I still.
Me neither. I ain't been to New York. I haven't even been to LA.
I've been to LA once. It's trash, but I like San Diego's the best city in California. Fun fact.
I've never been to California. I've been to Phoenix, so definitely that's
Go
a
to
vibe.
Phoenix.
Y'all have gotten around way more than me, that's for sure. Oh my gosh.
Been where have I gone? I've been to Pennsylvania. Uh, I've driven through Ohio.
I can name up all the places I've
Been to
been.
Memphis because that's where I got some family down there. Been to Florida. I've been to Florida. I've been to Tampa. I've been to Florida, but I haven't been to Disney World, which is crazy.
I've been to Florida way too many times, but that's the
Well,
most.
Florida's a big place. You could be in Pensacola, you could be in Miami, and those are like
Beach.
10
Yeah, I was
hours
in
apart.
Tampa. Been there a
So,
couple times in Tampa. Been there a couple times.
so I've been my first trip ever. My first plane ride was to Orlando, Florida. Went to Universal twice for 2 days, and then I went on a cruise. This is a crazy first trip, by the way. Orlando first, and then on a cruise a couple of days later to Disney's private island in Jamaica or Bahamas, one of those. And it was absolutely unreal. The cruise itself is just crazy. I remember it like it was yesterday. I'll never forget it. It was so fun. And then where else did I go? I went to Texas after that, my second trip. Went to San Antonio and Austin, Texas. Still never been to Dallas. I've been to Houston. Oh no, I've never been to Houston. I've been to Dallas. I've been to San Diego 3 times, the best place on earth. I've been to Chicago. I've been to Panama Beach in Florida. I've been to Fort Myers in Florida. I've been to Daytona in Florida, but that was an accident. We were just driving through it. And then I've been to Arizona, which I think is the best party place for you to go if you don't like crazy party like Miami. I've been to Miami. It's too much. I'm not gonna lie. If you go to Scottsdale, Arizona, that's the best place to party in my opinion. Whether that's just with the boys or with women, doesn't matter. I've experienced them all. I'm not rich.
That's what I'm saying.
I'm not rich. I'm not rich. I have a lot of good credit, so just use it. You know what I mean? But
My dad's been to Dallas.
I've never been to Dallas, man. I want to go really bad, but I heard it was. Oh no, Jesus, sorry. I've been to Dallas. I've never been to Houston. I always get it mixed up. Yeah, Dallas is beautiful. It's huge. The airport there, unreal. I don't know why. It's bigger than O'Hare in my opinion. It probably is not, but like it looks bigger. It feels bigger.
O'Hare is ginormous.
Yeah, O'Hare is huge, but that Dallas airport is crazy, and the whole city is huge too. Houston,
I want to go to. I think what a crazy thing is, like, obviously I never thought I would ever say I've gone to Salt Lake City or been in Utah. Bro, Utah is one. I mean, despite all of the Mormon and kind of culture that's out here, it's definitely very big adjustment. Me being from the Midwest in a big city, it's very big adjustment to come out here.
I'm trying to go to High School Musical, bro. I'm trying to go there. That's the
I
biggest
did see
landmark.
that. Dude, I think I
Trying to
got.
go to
Let
the
me see
biggest
if I can
landmark.
find video of that. I think I have video of that.
You got it somewhere, bro. I need to go there, bro. That's the biggest landmark on top of my list somewhere, bro. It's like
I've been
top
to the
3.
High School Musical school.
Yeah,
Just
bro.
being here in Utah, I mean, it's one of the most beautiful places on earth. I will say that. It gets very hot in the wintertime because we're not too far from the desert. But
I mean, I wouldn't mind that.
Facts.
It gets hellish out here sometimes in the winter.
I
Especially
don't think we've had. I think it's rained like 2-3 times out here
I
the
went
whole
to
summer.
Chicago in January. That was horrible, bro. It was like the coldest I've ever been, but it was still fun. It's more beautiful in the wintertime, Chicago, in my opinion, because not many people are out.
Did you guys say that neither one of you have been to New York?
Never. I was supposed to go my senior year of high school. It was for like my choir class. She like does this every 4 years, take the choir kids to New York, and COVID hit like a week before I was supposed to leave. Imagine
That
if
was
I
me
went to
with
New York.
that was me with Disney for the next year. I was supposed to go to Florida and we weren't able to. But I did get to go to New York City. It was our band trip actually. I got to see some Broadway musicals. But
That's
the
what I was
best
supposed
part,
to do.
yeah, it was really cool. We got to play some cool music and stuff. I was a trombone player in high school. They always say you look like your instrument. I'm 6'3" and skinny as a pole, so I think that makes sense. But
That's nice.
that the first time you see like the New York skyline, because I hadn't really been anywhere besides Chicago to that point, and just seeing like how massive it is and just all the different buildings everywhere. It's really surreal. Like the first time you're driving through New Jersey, because we drove out there, it was like a 21-hour drive or something like that with all the stops. And it was incredible just seeing that, like driving through New Jersey, just seeing all those buildings like you've seen in books, you've seen on TV, you've seen in movies, in real life. It was really just surreal.
Name the top 3 places you guys want to go still. I can name them right now.
Go ahead, go first.
So the first place I really want to go to is Mexico. I've just seen so many people go to Mexico and have the time of their lives, whether it's in a
Cancun.
a resort. Yeah, I want to go to Cancun. Where,
That means your season is over.
yeah,
You'll see Dame down there.
I want to see what LeBron is doing in Cancun first round, bro. I want to see what he's up to. But I do want to go to Mexico really badly. I think that's like a destination spot for me right now because I just see everyone go there all the time and it looks so fun. And a random place I really want to go to is like is Seattle. I don't know why.
I bet I went to Seattle last year. It was that was my first plane ride ever, actually.
Oh, shit.
And so when we descended below the clouds, because it was a cloudy day out there the day we arrived, and just seeing like the needle in like all the stadiums, like
random spot.
CenturyLink Field, whatever they call it now, I forget what it's called now, but where the Seahawks play, was like a house of horrors for the Packers for so long after 2014. And just kind of flying over the city and seeing that was just so surreal for me. And it was just, I know it was my first plane ride, so I'm kind of biased on like the approach of it, but it was like so surreal to just see that, the needle and all those other places we like seeing growing up and whatnot. But
I was gonna get international. That's my number one place I want to go. Like
Seattle it's beautiful. It really is. We didn't get to see Mount Rainier, unfortunately, just because I was on the wrong side of the plane on the way in, and then the day that we went up the needle, it was cloudy and raining. But it's gorgeous out there. There's a ton of great national parks as well.
My third place was New York, but I mean that's a common place that people want to. I really want to see the High School Musical high school, bro, really badly. Like that's like top of my list. So I'm going out there to Jalen and visit him eventually, but that's top of my list. But
yeah, I'll definitely be able to take you to it for sure.
Greece is number 1 on my list all time. I still have not been. France, I heard it was horrible. I heard it was like just bad outside of the Eiffel Tower. Like it's just not fun apparently. But
well, they say France is more like a city, like Chicago City. If you think about it,
that's true. Yeah,
or something like a city in America.
Dirty. I think if you're big on the party scene, like Ibiza would be really awesome to go to just because of all the clubs out there, how it's kind of like Miami with the never sleep idea. I really want to go just anywhere in the Mediterranean, whether that be France, Italy, Greece, any of those Mediterranean countries, just because the water is so beautiful. The coast is so beautiful. There's some mountains. I love looking at mountains just because we're from Wisconsin where there's none. And
oh, it's facts. But I want to go to what was I gonna say? I want to go to a sporting event like in London, like one of those football games they have. I don't know why. I just want to see the environment.
I'd want to go to like a Champions League final soccer match or something like that too, just because the crowds are so insane. Like I've seen videos of Dortmund in Germany, and it's just like they have that. The Clippers actually, I think, based like that section that they call the Wall off of Dortmund in Germany, and just being not part of it, but being there would just be so awesome to experience because the atmospheres are crazy. That or like a Serbian basketball game. I don't know if you've seen the videos of their crowds too. It's just
they look crazy.
They're lighting off like fireworks and stuff inside the stadium. It's just wild, and I'd love to be part of that once.
We're trying to go to Greece, bro. We're trying to go. That's the best place on earth, I heard. My granddad went there. A little salty, he didn't invite me, but it's for his honeymoon, so I understand. But still, best place on earth, I heard. I think it looks beautiful. People study abroad. I'm jealous of people who study abroad, dude. They can go anywhere they want pretty much. Because when you study abroad, I had a friend. She lived in Milan, Italy, for like 6 months. Bro, when you're there, all you gotta do is get on the transit, like the subway station or whatever, and just put in where you want to go, and then you catch the train, and you're there in like an hour or two. Like you can go from Italy to like France or Ireland or like it doesn't anywhere in Europe over there. It's crazy. So like the access to just travel over there is just unreal. They can say they've seen way more of the world than we have. So
I think a really underrated, or maybe not even underrated country that we haven't mentioned yet would be Switzerland, just because of how beautiful it is with the mountains and stuff. And everything in Europe is so close. Like you can go from Germany to France to Italy in like a day. And
So
like in America, it's like going state to state pretty much.
Right.
I will say the 3 places I want to go is I would definitely want to see London. I want to go and see London for sure. I do want to see Paris. I want to see what that's about. And I don't know. I never really wanted to go to the Middle East or Dubai or anything like that, but I want to see what Italy is.
I want to go to Egypt. I want to see.
I kind of want to see what Italy was like. You know,
I want to see what the pyramids are like. I have heard too many stories about them.
I kind of want to go to Tokyo or Seoul or somewhere in or like somewhere in Asia too, just to see like how, because those cities are so like Tokyo is so like technological.
Oh yeah, that's the
and
city
so
I
is
want
Seoul.
to go to. Japan.
It's like just seeing like all of that. It would be like seeing Times Square on steroids. It would just be so surreal. And Mount Fuji is such a cool place to look at too.
So I will say I do have the videos on here now. So I
want to go there so bad, bro.
That's the lunchroom. That's who locker that is.
You can just walk in there. You said right?
Yeah, you can just walk in.
That's crazy.
You actually have to go after school's over though.
Well, of course,
obviously, but that's Sharpay's locker.
Can you imagine going there?
To find the first. So huge. That's.
You'll probably get a better media counselor.
Yeah. I'm there. Going to school there. That's it.
Yeah. That's the bottom of the lunchroom where we got to see all of it, and where they started dancing on the tables. And
are they actually the Wildcats? Right?
Yeah.
Okay, good. Just say that would suck if they made that up. What's the actual school name? Is it actually?
Yeah, it's actually called East High.
Bro, that's insane.
And this isn't.
Why is it that big?
Why not?
Jalen, you're muted. Jalen, you're muted.
Oh, my bad. That's not. I was just saying that's not the auditorium where they had shot the scenes for Troy Bolton with Mrs. Darvis and stuff like that. But I think that was shot at a different school. But yeah,
that auditorium was used.
We all thought that's what it was, but
I'm pretty sure that was for the third movie though, where they
think so, something like that.
This might be a dumb question, but did they shoot like all of the stuff during the school, like during the summer? Like, were they able to get it all done?
Yeah, they got it all done.
What do you do with all the students during the school year?
No, it wasn't during the school.
It wasn't during the school year.
It was definitely they probably used some of the students for like extras.
Yeah, for sure.
I mean, I would volunteer. That would be fun.
That'd be cool. But if it was, I think the second movie, I think that's also in Utah, which I got to figure it out. It's also in Utah somewhere. It's like a huge golf course. You remember when Troy was saying like bet on it or whatever?
Oh yeah,
like, that's in Utah somewhere. I don't know where, but
I think that's closer. That's down. I think I know what you're talking about. I think it. I don't even think it might not be too far from here.
It's definitely not too far from me, bro. Let me look it up right now.
Yeah, go ahead, look that up because I'm not sure for sure. But I just seen we had some people join.
You'll probably get a better media counselor.
Yeah.
High school. I just seen some people that joined. That's East High School. That's the auditorium, and then the lunchroom right there.
So, do you know? So it's this high school musical too. It's the Snow Canyon Country Club, the Entrada in St. George.
Oh yeah, that's very far from here. Actually.
Is it? How far? How far? Look it up.
That's about 4 hours, I think.
Damn.
It's a long way.
But that's
I
like
think they have their own airport down there though, so you could just travel into St. George.
I was gonna say that's where they filmed the second movie. And
Yeah,
it's
that's
all
4
in
hours. Yeah, that's 4 hours.
all
and
in
4
Utah,
minutes.
which is like the craziest part about it.
That's where a national site is. One of the national parks of the U.S. is Zion's National Park.
Oh, I've seen videos of Zion where they like
Beautiful.
drive out of the tunnel and it's
Oh,
just
yeah.
like a giant canyon.
Yeah, Zion's National Park. Yeah, that's down there in St. George. So
Wow.
Utah has so much like natural beauty.
That's what I was
Utah,
saying. That's what I was
Nevada,
saying. Like,
that region, like Colorado, Wyoming, Montana has Glacier National Park. Washington has all those different spots too.
we're the only city to have mountains right in the city, like right connected to the city.
Yes. Tempe has something like that, like in Arizona, but not as much as you guys, but like they have a few. Like
In Arizona, it's actually like farther out. And
No, yeah, I know. I'm saying
for us, it's like you could drive right next to it. You drive right next to it, literally. Like going from Salt Lake City to Provo or Salt Lake City to Ogden, you're literally like driving right next to it. So the city is built right inside the mountains.
I went on that on like a big mountain in Scottsdale. There's like a huge mountain there, and there's like this breakfast place we went to, and we just like sat on there, and it was like the most surreal thing ever because I've never done that before, like been on a restaurant on a mountain. It was crazy. It was like a huge mountain, and you could definitely drive next to it. It's just like not as much as Utah. Utah has like your city's basically surrounded by mountains.
Literally.
I know in Colorado you can drive all the way to the top of Pikes Peak, which is like 14,000 feet up or something like that.
Yeah, which
Drive,
is insane.
That's not even possible. I feel like
I don't think no one can drive up that mountain. You can walk.
I'm pretty sure you can because there's like a visitor center at the top. I'll look
And if
it
you
up.
try, then I'm not doing it.
There's like a whole road.
There's some things that I'm not trying. And that's one of them.
Car's gone and you're gone. Yeah, it's over, bro.
According to Google, yes, you can drive to the summit of Pikes Peak. It's a 19-mile paved road that takes you from 7,400 feet to the 14,115.
You need a big truck with a lot of power. That's all I gotta say.
I know there's a lot of switchbacks on it too, so it's not like just straight up. But another city that we haven't mentioned yet, I kind of want to go to Rio de Janeiro at some point. That would be. There's a lot of natural beauty there, and just the culture.
Natural
would be
beauty
incredible
too.
Actually, they're dangerous as hell over there. Don't go there.
But very much so. That's one of the.
Just be careful, pretty much.
That's like a top 5 most dangerous city in the world. Fun fact. But I like where your head's at. You're absolutely correct.
I know one of my brother's friends who from Whitewater actually was a exchange. I don't know what they call it, study abroad, something like that, from Brazil, and he wants to go visit him at some point. He's from Rio, I'm pretty sure.
That'd be fun. There's a lot of Brazilians out there, so I like where your head's at, buddy. Yeah. You might all have to. We're gonna leave that where it's at. But
without getting into that too
we're gonna
much.
get into that. We're gonna leave that where it's at.
Final thoughts. Paige Beckers is better than Caitlin Clark. There, I said it. I stand on it.
You've been saying it.
I'm gonna continue to say it until someone proves me wrong.
I don't know if I saw this stat right, but is it true that Caitlin Clark is shooting 4% from 3 on the road?
Yeah,
1%. It was 1% at one point. Now maybe 4%.
That's wild.
She's shooting 1% from away, and then 43% at home, but she's shooting like 34 from the field, 33-point line the entire year. I feel like it's a weird aura with people being from another country. Maybe. It depends. I had an exchange student when I was in high school. His name is Gael. Great kid. He's a little different, but yeah, that's true. You do feel a little like because they live a different life, bro. Like they don't live
a whole different life. Because in America, it's
like in other countries, I guarantee it's a completely different world. Like you would never understand like what they go through probably because we probably have it so much better than they do. Considering that we're a little bit more lenient. Maybe not this time and age with administration or whatever, but every person across the country has like a different story. And yeah, they do. They a lot of them have motion. A lot of them know exactly what to do. They have better education system over there than other.
Definitely.
100%.
Ours is like 30th in the world or
It
something
makes
like
no
that.
sense. We're one of the richest countries in the world, and we have a horrible education system. Which the UK would destroy anybody and any of us in a debate on anything probably.
You them in Japan.
Ugh, don't even get me started with
They
China.
are-
China's the
I
same
think- I
way.
think that's the most
South
smartest
Korea.
race of humans ever.
China's up there too.
Yeah,
I don't know
Japan,
about
Japanese and Chinese. I look at them both the same because they both have crazy education for both of them. I feel like
I mean,
when it
their
comes to,
entire
like,
system, it's like you basically determine your entire life by the time you're 15.
So you can get married over there at an early age. You can do a whole bunch of things differently. And bro, the food. I was at a dermatologist yesterday, and my doctor, she's from Cameroon or whatever, and she was telling me she's like, yeah, like people say like the American food is better, and she's like, what, like a hamburger? And I'm like, damn, you got a good point. Like, there's like no exotic food that the world really loves besides a hamburger, which is like not even that good.
hot dog.
I mean, chicken wings, I guess.
Even that, dude. Like,
What food do we all like to eat the most? We love eating pasta. We love eating
Pizza.
pizza. We
American
love eating-
pizza though. American pizza. That is different pizza
Right.
outside the world.
But when it comes from pizza, where does it come from? Italy.
I mean, there was a scene in the movie
Mexican
Talladega
food
Nights where they were talking
from
about like different
Mexico.
things. They were talking about like different things that like,
Caribbean food.
America brought to the table, and it was like
Chinese
they'd
food.
be like, "Yeah, we brought
There's
from China." They said like pizza, a couple other stupid ones.
my cousin lived in Germany because he was playing football over there for a little bit, for like a year, half a year. And yeah, this statement is true, by the way. But my cousin was playing over there for football, and he told me that he went to the store to get like a Nike Tech, and it was like $5.
Yeah.
The entire Nike Tech. And then he said that everyone out there has I forget which car it is that is German. I think it was like
Volkswagen, Mercedes.
I think it was Mercedes. It was something. It was one of those, yeah, but it was
Alfa Romeo or something.
it's a car that like people like thrive to have here. Maybe it's a Ferrari. I don't remember.
BMW.
It might be that. But there's cars out there that you can get for like nothing because it originated from there. So everyone has it out there. So like no one, you know what I mean? Like it's very difficult to fathom that. Like
America,
everything over there is
one
cheap.
thing about America, they overprice everything here. Everything.
America is like the most commercialized country on earth. I mean, you watch any sporting event, it's 50% game, 50% commercials.
It's very interesting to see that when people come from other countries and they're like, dude, everything was so much cheaper. The currency is different, and you can get a lot of things cheaper. I mean, American dollars is more expensive than any other currency, I'm pretty sure, besides a few of them. Maybe the most, actually. I don't know. But
I think euro
It is,
and
I think.
dollar are about the
I think-
same.
if you
I think-
convert a US dollar to euros, it's way more, I'm pretty sure.
Do you know if the money we make, because we're not saying we're rich, but the money we make, we'd be considered rich in other countries.
Right. So it's
Athletes and their kind of money and celebrities, all their kind of money, they'd be looked at
they're
as
god tier.
gods
Yeah, they're
in
god
their
tier,
country.
yeah. But they can probably buy anything they want in a different country.
They
So
could buy the country.
maybe
Practically.
eventually, you know, pretty
Don't
much.
quote me on that, but
But it's I don't know, bro. That's just what I've realized with a lot of people who go to different countries, bro. It's crazy. I really want to go to like a different country. I've been to the Bahamas. I guess that counts. Like not Bahamas, but Jamaica counts. But like a different, like Mexico, I guess is cool. But like somewhere in Europe, I really want to go and check it out. A lot of people have been. I've not been able to go yet. So
go ahead, Chris.
What is?
I thought.
I think my final thought is going to be about Bradley Beal signing with the Clippers. Was that yesterday? I think.
I like that spot. I'm not gonna lie.
Dude,
Not tomorrow or something.
I mean, it's just
Cancun and 4.
there's too many
Come on,
old guys on that team. They
That's
don't
That's what I'm
have
saying. There's
like
too many old guys.
guys. You
I mean,
got
it's
James
like-
Harden, Bradley Beal, Kawhi Leonard,
On
Colin,
paper, that roster is good. However,
Yes.
they have no like ambitions for the future because like all those guys like Brooke Lopez is old, Bradley Beal's old, Kawhi's getting kind of old, James Harden is old,
We know what
like-
James Harden do in the playoffs. He don't play well in the playoffs.
and we're just getting to a point where it's like you need to have some forward vision here. You're just thinking about like this team would have gone so hard in 2019. Unfortunately, it's 2025 and it's going to be 2026 before we know it. And
Let us know how it go.
yeah, sounds like a good time. But I don't know. I just don't see it with this team. If they go far, good for them. But I don't know. I don't see it.
I like the team, bro. I'll be honest with you. I like it.
Let's see.
Well, also another travel place I'm going in like 2 weeks is Detroit because I'm going to see Chris Brown. So we'll see if that's a good city or not.
I know it's on the come up.
Very dangerous, I will say.
I
But
doubt
I
it.
will say my
Chicago.
final thought.
It's starting to bounce back a little bit. The sports are helping for sure too.
So
Yeah.
my final thought is they have released the NHL schedules, so that means sports is going to be coming back very soon.
Few
Got
weeks
about a
away.
month and a half, 2 months before we really start getting in the swing of things. So we'll be back in sports just like that. Just think about it. The OKC Thunder won the championship, and now they have summer league. A month later, OKC won the championship. That mean it took them 7 games because and that means it goes all the way to the end of June. But they won the championship, and now training camp is in about 2 weeks, 2 or 3 weeks, maybe a month. So, end of the season is here. So with that, we're going to try to do this stuff a lot, when we talk about different topics and things like that to, let us have our mind go outside of sports, which is a good thing. So,
Yes, sir.
all right. So subscribe, like, share, and comment. Follow our podcast page on other platforms. Links are in the description box below. We have a Spotify, Instagram, TikTok. We will be posting reels and shorts of this show. And tomorrow we possibly might have our first Nazir-led cast for Fridays. On Fridays, we're going to try to have Nazir take over those so he can, get his resume out there of him hosting a podcast show. So be tuned in with us for that, and hopefully we'll see you tomorrow.